Make Believe's Reborn, everybody. It's Deep Dive Zone, a Sonic review series for fans of all shapes and sizes. I'm your host, Devin, joined as always by my co-hosts, Lauren, Bruce, and Kayla. And today, we are beginning with Sonic and the Secret Rings, Sonic's first outing on the Nintendo Wii, and oh boy, it sure is an early Wii title.
In some ways, yeah.
Experimental with that controller scheme.
Borderline experimental. Yeah, I feel like actually it doesn't even properly describe what this game is so much. Everything about this game is a lot.
So much is a good way to describe this.
Well,
I think maybe that was also part of my problem. So like earlier I was saying, I was tired while playing it
Right.
because I had Japanese, but also there was just like a lot to take in, so my brain felt like mashed potatoes the entire time.
This game does have a lot for your brain to kind of comprehend, and does a very poor job of explaining it.
I don't know if it does a poor job, but
Well,
granted, because I've played this game before, so I'm like,
yeah, I haven't.
yeah.
This game is crazy because it feels like it should be almost like a tech demo for the Wii, right? Because
yeah,
it's an on-rails Sonic game where you don't do a lot of platforming, and you move Sonic exclusively with motion controls. Everything you do except jumping and like the speed break and time break is handled by motion inputs. But instead, no, this game is fucking hard in a lot of places.
it is strangely
Sort
hard.
of. I mean, this game has one huge mercy that I'm very thankful for, which is that they didn't include lies for some reason. I don't know why, but
I'm very happy about that.
I'm pretty sure it's because if they put lives in the game, nobody would be able to beat half of these stages. Yeah, and so the main thing that I want to emphasize is that it's not just because of the motion controls. There's something up with this game that we're gonna see in here. It's not just because of the Wii remote. And on that note, I tried to set up the gyro on my controller as a Wii remote and Dolphin for this, but it sucked. So I went back to normal stick controls.
I just used a Wii remote
to play the game, I guess. So sad.
Yep, I'm a coward. Yeah. Don't worry though. This game is a pain in the ass.
About this game counts.
This game is a pain in the ass, even if you have good controls. Is my point. And well, actually, they're not that good controls either way. But so that's my first recommendation. Just like wait a year after you see this video. I'm pretty sure by the time this episode's out, Project Reignition, the Sonic and the Secret Rings remake, will already have more levels in it than we're even playing tonight. Because we're only covering the first half of the game tonight. But
oh yeah, sure.
Just like wait like a year and a half or something like that, and you'll literally have this entire game with a real control scheme.
Sure, yeah. If you're willing to wait, that's definitely going to be the best way to play it.
And I don't hate motion controls, by the way. I actually really like them in a lot of cases, especially gyro aiming. Anyway, let's get into the actual game part of the game. So this game is the first of two quote-unquote Sonic storybook games. Named for that because they involve Sonic getting absorbed into magic storybooks.
Yeah, Sonic gets abducted.
It also gives the game a storybook aesthetic for the cutscenes, which I really like.
It does. That does look pretty neat.
This is how you do a slightly more budget game right, is that these these 2D drawn cutscenes that are sort of like motion comics, they're really well presented. I would be happy.
Yeah.
If more Sonic games did this to have more elaborate storytelling, I would not complain at all.
Yeah.
What I will complain about is whose house is this that Sonic is in?
Sonic?
Tails' house.
Oh, actually, that makes more sense.
Well, Sonic is canonically.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Sonic has no home. Yeah.
I think the term is nomadic.
Home.
Sonic could have a home if he wanted.
People jokingly call him homeless. Nomadic is the better description.
I assume.
He crashes at everybody's house.
But yeah.
Yeah. Well, and actually, now that I'm saying it, it's like I don't actually know exactly how housing works in the Sonic universe. It's just that Sonic could intimidate people into giving him a house if he wanted.
Oh yeah, but that's not his vibe, so we don't do that.
But yes, Sonic has been reading this book of Arabian Nights stories and fell asleep. How do the Arabian Nights exist in this fantasy version of Earth that doesn't have
Very good
real
question.
World? There's no real world Arabic countries here, as far as I know.
Yeah, that's a good question.
The closest we
Oh.
have is Shamar and Unleashed.
Yeah, the answer is go to hell.
Okay. But hey, on the table next to him is a ring. I guess it. Why is that there? I guess it came out of the book? Question mark.
Don't think too hard about it. This game doesn't really care much about the premise.
Fair
That's
enough.
fair.
Yes, indeed.
You just get into it.
Sonic grabs the ring off the table, and not Blaze the cat comes out as a genie.
What? Huh? I didn't think of Blaze at all.
No,
Oh.
neither did I.
Really? Because they're voiced by the same person. They sound the exact same.
I played in Japanese.
They do?
I literally did not recognize their voice by the same person.
All right, maybe it's just me. Anyway,
Yeah, I think
this
it's
is
just too exciting to even recognize Blaze.
this is Shara. She's not like Blaze. I just their voices. She has the same voice. But this is Shara, the genie of the ring, who's like, hey, the Arabian Nights stories are under attack.
Excuse me?
The fiction has overpowered itself.
The universe inside of the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I inferred that the Eraser Jin, who will be introduced as the main villain shortly,
Right.
is an actual genie that got sealed in a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Oh, that's
and
an
that's why
interesting.
this happened.
That makes sense.
Maybe. I
That
guess.
would make sense. With
The thing
context
is,
of what
the
we're
way
told.
the way the story presents it is just that Eraser Jin is the actual genie from the story of Aladdin and the Lamp.
Okay, there are two genies in the original Aladdin. I just want to make that clear.
I actually didn't know that, but
Yes,
I assume
Shara
the
is
other
genie
one would be
of the
Shara,
ring.
though, right?
Yeah, Shara is the genie of the ring. Eraser Jin is the genie of the lamp. The genie of the ring is weaker. We'll see that shortly with Shara, and then the genie of the lamp is the more powerful one, if I remember
In any
correctly.
case, yes, Eraser Jin, the genie of the lamp, is evil. I guess Robin Williams turned down the role, so Sega got spiteful. But she needs
God.
Sonic's help.
Right.
And Sonic is always happy to help someone on a big adventure. So he puts on Shara's ring. It, I guess, magically constricts to the size of his finger. So, and it's really weird because they also say that, like, oh, the blue hedgehog is only, so there's like prophecy shit going on as well.
Oh yeah, I don't like
it's
that.
true. The prophecy stuff doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
But yes, into the book we go, and well, technically we already skipped over the menus. You have to start the first mission before these cutscenes even play.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, it's a
confused
little
about
weird.
that. I
That
was
is a
like, I
little
swear to
strange.
God, there was an opening cutscene, and I selected the first mission, and I was like, oh, there's the cutscene.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
note, by the way, this game doesn't shut the fuck up with its main theme. Seven Rings in Hand plays everywhere in this game.
It is odd.
On all
How-
the
I don't
menus at the end
care.
of every level.
I
It's
don't-
rad.
Oh, I don't care. I love the song, but
It's
like,
not a
it
bad
is
song. It's just
odd
like, whoa.
how often they use it.
It's funny that we were talking about how Sonic 06 waits until the very end of the game to play its main theme, whereas this is like right in your face from the start.
Right.
But so we start out in the tutorial world, Lost Prologue, and well, it's a tutorial.
I don't like this tutorial.
True, but before we get to that, I will say that they put effort into the style. Calling it Lost Prologue and giving it its own stage aesthetic is like
Oh, yeah.
unusually high effort for just a tutorial.
That is neat effort.
It's got this weird ambient droning music too, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
Well, I think it's the part of the story that's already been erased.
Oh,
That's why it all
yeah.
looks like that and has that droning music.
I guess
hence
that
the
makes
name.
sense.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly the game will. The game stops you in its tracks a lot to tell you what to do, which makes it kind of cumbersome to progress through the tutorial.
Yeah.
My main gripe with the tutorial is that it's split into 8 different stages when you could have just had one continuous stage that explains everything.
My exact complaint. Admittedly, you don't have to do all 8 stages.
I think you do.
No,
You
I only
have
had to
to-
do like I only did like 3 of them.
You have to do
maybe
a certain
4,
number
right?
of them before it unlocks Sand
Yeah.
Oasis.
Oh no. I only had to do like 4 before I unlocked the next zone.
Um,
Well, I had to do 8, I'm pretty sure. There are more than 8 that you don't have to do,
Maybe
but
it was 8.
I think
Oh
it was
no,
8.
no, it was 8. Right? No, I'm
Yeah.
thinking I didn't do all. I did 8, and then I ignored the rest of them.
Yeah,
That's
it
my
unlocks
bad.
more when you get more abilities later, and I just didn't bother
Yeah.
because I've already played this game. But yes, so it also is a showcase for some of the things that will become problems. So you move left and right by tilting the remote. That's not necessarily a big deal. The
No, once
bigger
you get used to
deal,
it, it isn't.
the bigger deal is that Sonic doesn't stop running, and
That is annoying.
the only way to make him stop running is with the brake button on the 1 button.
Yeah.
Or with the 2 button, which makes it look like you brake because it uses the same animation, but in fact, it actually makes you slide and charge a jump.
Yeah, I don't
I
like the slide aspect. That's
Sliding
really
is bad.
annoying
I
also.
fucking hate the charge jump. It makes everything you do clumsy.
Yeah.
It's all unreliable. You can't just be precise.
It really is.
And the game's
I'm
going
not
to ask you
sure
to
what
be
you're
precise.
getting at.
Well,
I don't know what you mean.
what
Well, what's the problem? What part do you not get?
You said the jumping isn't precise? I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, what
Well,
I
so, like,
mean is that
sometimes
you
it'll,
can't
you go ahead.
you can't there's not a reliable timing to your jumps and to your movement. When you hold down the 2 button to charge a jump, you're not, jumping right from the speed you were at, and you're also not jumping from a standstill. You're slowing down and sliding along the ground and not
Right.
100% certain of when you're going to come to a full stop. And you're jumping on a delay, which is not what you're used to at all for Sonic games. And here's something. When you slide along the ground charging a jump, if you run into something, Sonic will, briefly stop charging the jump and walk forward a second toward the wall that he just bounced off before then, if you keep holding it, going back into the charge. Which is, I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know why that happens.
My problem is that, every once in a while you'll get the green cursor indicating, hey, you can hit this enemy. So I'll release the jump button, but then it doesn't turn red. So it's just like I can't hit anything.
Okay, the homing attack is a different topic. We can touch on that in a second. You can't play this
That's
like a
part of the
normal
jump.
Sonic game.
No.
That's my response to your
No,
comment on the
that's
jump.
not wrong.
You
Yeah.
just
I
have
am-
to plan it your jumps well in advance.
I'm not saying you can play this. I'm not saying that I tried to play this like a normal Sonic game. I'm saying that what it wants you to try and do is fucking not good. It doesn't feel responsive or reliable. It feels like everything that I'm doing is a concerted effort, and this is meant to be still a fast and frantic game, and it doesn't work.
I don't know. I played this game a ton, but I will admit that the base braking is pretty terrible. But when you unlock the better braking, it is quite manageable, in my opinion. The homing attack, though, yes, Kayla, you're onto something there. I don't understand why some things never turn red. It's confusing, and you just have
It
to
is
remember. Oh
really
wait,
weird.
I guess I can't homing attack that thing.
It is novel
Yeah.
that this is the first game they introduced a reticle for the homing attack, giving it 2 reticles, one to prepare you for another, and that doesn't always, there's no reliable timing as to when it's going to turn red, so it's not actually that
Right.
useful.
I will say though that I will always be satisfied at physically thrusting forward the Wii remote when you homing attack. It just feels right.
I
I
think
once I got used to that, I kind of agree.
it's fine. That part's not difficult to do. I do remember that you and I, Lauren, first played this game at your house, years and years and years ago, and somehow we didn't suss out that you're supposed to hold the Wii remote on its side,
What?
Oh my gosh, that was so bad.
which is hilarious because on the title screen it shows a pair of hands holding the Wii remote on
Yeah.
its side.
I think that's how we figured it out eventually. I don't think the
Damn,
game
okay.
explicitly tells you that though.
Admittedly, I don't
No,
think.
but-
I think you're right. Yeah.
I think what it was that your brother put the Wii remote in a Wii wheel.
Wait, that seems
I
like
mean,
it might
that does,
actually
that
make.
does work if you do it in a Wii wheel. I don't think we did it that way though, because the Wii wheel is sideways.
No, I'm saying that's what made us figure it out.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I think he figured it out first.
Anyway, that doesn't matter, but yes, so the homing attack feels fine to use. I don't love waggle in Wii games, but you know, I made it through Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. I can make it through this.
Sure.
What I don't like is, what if you have to go backwards and you only realize that for a second? Here's something. You can't be in midair and move backwards in this game. You have you have to tilt the Wii remote backwards to walk backwards. But if you jump, you can't actually gain height moving backwards. It will push you forward or just bring you to a complete stop. If you get the back step, you can move backwards faster, but it doesn't act as a jump. And so there are multiple times where I will jump, realize I'm trying to go backwards, tilt the Wii remote backwards to move backwards, and end up air dashing forward because I moved it too fast.
I mean, yeah, you just can't jump backwards. That's true. You just can't do it.
Yeah,
I will say that this game doesn't, like, backwards movement is such a, like, we added this at the last second because we realized you had to walk backwards if you make a mistake. That's how it feels.
It does feel that way.
It's not thought out at all. And basically, if you mess up, it's like, all right, gotta do the backwards walk of shame now. It's basically punishment.
Yeah, it basically is punishment.
Well, and the fact that the camera doesn't let you see anything behind you is, not great. Is there anything else I want to complain about the camera? Oh yeah, grinding. Grinding sucks in this game.
Grinding sucks ass in this game.
You have to, for one thing, the speed up button is the same as the jump button. And
that's why I couldn't figure it out. I never pressed that button.
I think the way that it works is that you tap it short taps to do the little switch things like in Heroes of Shadow.
Dumb.
And you hold it to do a bigger jump. But the line between those is really fuzzy.
That's so stupid.
And you also have to flick the remote side to side to switch rails, but you still keep your movement controls when you leave the rail, which means that you're almost always going to overshoot.
I don't even think I ever even got it to work, switching rails.
Yeah, rail switching is pretty bad. Otherwise, I didn't really have any troubles with the speed up. It worked fine for me.
I didn't even realize that's how you do the speed up, so that's good to know for the last half of this game.
I think that's all I have to say about the tutorial and the basic mechanics.
I mean,
can't think of anything I want to say. Getting used to. Like I said, the homing attacks are confusing, and yeah, walking backwards, it's barely a feature. Otherwise, once you get a hang of it, it's not too bad in my opinion. A lot of the trouble comes with the stage design.
Yes, that's true. We'll see here that some of the stages in this game are all right. And others. After you complete the tutorials, a bright pink man with black sclera and red pupils and a genie-like design shows up, and I realize why some Call Me Johnny compared him to Majin Buu. But this is a Razor Jin. He calls Sonic a rat, which is funny because Bruce has been doing that for this entire freaking series.
That's right, I have. I do that on autopilot, so I don't even think about it.
But Eraser says that Shara was supposed to collect 7 world rings for him, but she didn't do that, so he's just gonna kill her, I guess.
Well, no, as we learn, because Sonic, instead of, like pushing Shara out of the way, it's like, nah, I'm just gonna tank the attack, hope it's not a fatal blow, almost got Mephilised again. But no. That's not what happens. Instead, he gets like this flame status effect.
Calling it a status effect is funny. Yeah, it's a magic chest fire that will kill him if he doesn't get the world rings in time. And yes, you're correct that technically that doesn't kill, but I don't know. It might have killed Shara if it hit her. We don't know how strong she is, but yep. So now that's our quest. We have to find the rings for Eraser, or else Sonic dies.
And we can't have that happening. Clearly,
no. We'll have to someone will have to kiss Sonic again if it does, and we can't.
Oh God, that's a good point, actually.
But anyway, so Eraser departs. He's a weird friggin' character, by the way. His voice acting is so strange to me. You have collected the 7 world rings.
Once again, I win by playing in Japanese, because his voice acting's fine in Japanese.
It's very funny, because when I heard him speak, I'm like, I didn't remember what he sounded like, but I really would not have thought it was this.
It's a strange performance. And that's also funny, given that I would say that the voice acting in this game is pretty decent on average.
Sure.
Yeah.
Jason is doing better here than he was in 06 by a country mile.
I was gonna say
Mhm.
Jason sounds a lot better than the other characters. Razor Jin sounds very stilted to me. I don't know what it is, but it's just like
Mm.
it's not a real person voice acting him.
Yeah. But Shara says that they can get help from King Sharyar, creator of these stories, as she said. What does that mean?
Which I don't think that's how it actually goes in the Arabian Night, like the actual story.
Yeah, I'm not
Um,
exactly knowledgeable on any of this, so
So-
Arabian Nights is just a compilation of various Middle Eastern folk tales that was put together during the golden age of Islam. So
The
it doesn't
actual
have, yeah. I don't know. King Sharyar is a character in the story, actually.
he is the character in the story, and I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure that's the king that is like executing a bride every night. And
Oh,
then
God.
the stories themselves are told by his latest bride, who will tell him a story every night, but leave it on a cliffhanger so that he's too eager to like kill her because he wants to know how the story ends.
Right, okay,
And so
I've heard
she
that
just
Mhm.
one.
keeps it going and going. So that's what I'm like pretty sure his character is
I think
is the
I've
king.
seen the
Yeah.
I think I've seen the Simpsons adaptation of that story.
Oh my god.
Actually, 2 different Simpsons characters have been King Sharyar.
Anywho, so we are led into the first proper area of the game, Sand Oasis. And you know what? They pulled out all the stops on making this game fucking gorgeous.
Yes, this area right off the bat is just absolutely beautiful.
Everything about the presentation of this game is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Can't
not
argue
too
there.
bad. I mean, I have to keep in mind it is a Wii game.
Wii games can look good.
They can
I
look
mean,
good. This
case
is
in
a
point.
pretty early on Wii game though.
Yes,
Like
this is a 2007
I
Wii
cannot
game.
yeah, I
2007.
cannot
Yeah, so
compare
it's only a
this.
year after.
Yeah. And then Unleashed looks even better like a year later. So it's just like
Yeah,
yeah,
I would
can't
say
really do
Secret
that.
Rings. I would say Secret Rings looks better than 06 though, which is impressive for less
Oh,
powerful
yes.
hardware.
I
Well,
mean,
that's the thing.
everything looks better than 06.
06, while it's fidelity wise is maybe better, I think Secret Rings just is better stylistically.
Yeah.
Sonic doesn't look like he's a Gmod ragdoll.
Pretty much
Yeah,
every
I
stage
think
theme in
everything.
this game, pretty much every theme in this game, I love to death. Which because I've heard them a million times, very nostalgic. But I do think the music is pretty great.
Yeah, so far what I've heard, the soundtrack is quite good.
I mostly agree, yeah. And yeah, this is just a cool stage. You've got, plenty of floating Jin homing attack. You've got,
Hell
lots
yeah.
of, big bodies of water, lakes to run around, big ancient buildings. There's spears that fly through the air at you. I don't know where those are coming from. I
I
assume
don't know,
Jin
but
are
it's
throwing them.
badass.
Yeah. You've
Yeah.
got. Sorry, go ahead.
Now you go.
You've got magical pearls that do nothing for right now. That was confusing the first time.
Yeah, that's a little confusing.
It is weird that they're there already, but I do like just more pickups because
Yeah,
it's
I
always
guess-
more fun to be picking stuff up. than just
Sure,
running.
yeah. Well, and it does train you to just pick them up already.
True. Yeah, this stage is overall quite solid, and I'll have to say, just right now, I think this game would not be nearly as much trouble, shall we say, if it was just these standard get to the end stages. It would be shorter,
Yeah.
but I think it would be a lot better.
It was just a
Maybe
couple
even
of
good.
these per zone, honestly, yeah.
Yeah. And this game loves its big dangerous set pieces, like sidling along the edge of a spike covered wall, giant
yeah.
lances shooting at you, and then a piece breaks off, sending you into a sand avalanche. And yeah, I
That's
do agree.
actually
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
it's actually my only gripe with this stage is the wall walking section. I hate that this is a recurring thing.
Oh yeah.
The wall
It
sidling
breaks
is
the
weird.
pace, and it's a little awkward with the motion controls. It's hard to
Little bit, yeah.
stop just correctly between hazards.
Yes, total
A
momentum
little
killer. I
bit,
just meant that it's
yeah.
visually cool.
Sure.
And I do agree, it's like when you're just blasting through, it's pretty fun, which
Yeah.
maybe that's what inspired Kishimoto to take that approach with Sonic Forces. Let's mention, by the way, this game was directed by Morio Kishimoto, who went on to direct Black Knight and Sonic Colors and Sonic Lost World and Sonic Forces and Sonic Frontiers. which is a batting average of about a perfect 50% in a lot of ways.
Yeah, that's interesting. Huh.
So yeah, we have yet to really get into the nitty gritty, but by the end of this stage we have more cutscenes, so we're not quite getting into the thick of it yet. So, cutscene, where we find King Shahryar. It's Dr. Eggman for some reason.
Replacing the Arabian Nights characters with Sonic characters is a weird choice.
It's a weird
I think
choice, but
it's fun.
I kind of like it.
Well, the way I think of it is just like if this is just Sonic dreaming about doing all this, it kind of makes sense that like his brain would just replace certain characters with his brain.
Sure.
It's I actually clarifying that the entire game is a dream would make it make a lot more sense. They don't do that.
I don't think it actually is, but in my brain it kind of is because it's just like Sonic starts off asleep, so it's like maybe he was just sleeping this entire time. And,
Well,
like,
so
in his
Sonic
dream,
Racing
he woke up.
Crossworlds has Secret Rings stuff in it. I wonder. It's like that could be your answer, but the problem is I don't know if that game is going to be canon. So
Yeah, I don't know if that game has a single player or not, so
well, it doesn't need to have a single player. It just needs to have a canonical story, which I don't know if it does. Anyway, so yes,
Regardless,
it's Dr. Eggman.
Right.
and he acts Eggman-y enough, actually. Enough for me to smile a little bit when he calls Sonic the blue spiky thing and then calls his guards on him, only to realize that all his guards have left. Of course, he'd forget that. I also think it's very Eggman when in danger to just cowardly hide in a jar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's very Eggman.
It's unfortunately that's about the most we get of him. I think there's one other cutscene he's in.
Yes.
But it's very funny that Shara's like, oh, he can help us. He's no fucking help. He doesn't do shit in this game. He hides in a jar. We talk to him. We misunderstand because Sonic's like, why is it Eggman? And it's not Eggman. And then Eraser comes and kidnaps him while riding a pterodactyl.
Kind of badass.
Bro's aura farming.
Yeah.
But why?
Because it's
Oh, you know.
fucking rad.
I guess.
Definitely.
It's all you need. Rule of cool, baby.
And
Yeah.
you know, Lauren, you said like, oh, you know, this game should have just had get to the end levels. I have to wonder if it did at some point in development, because clearly this is like we're gonna follow them, and clearly since he's riding on a dinosaur, we would go to Dino Jungle next, right? No, we just do more missions in Sand Oasis for a while.
Yeah, that actually is.
I wonder if
Yeah.
it was like they had to fill a certain criteria, not of levels, but like hours of gameplay available, maybe? I don't know.
Well,
Potentially?
so obviously this game is always meant to have missions to some extent. I'm wondering if they're like, oh, you know, we made the main campaign too short, so now a bunch of what used to be filler missions have to become normal levels.
Mm,
Yeah,
that makes more sense.
And
I
it
could
wouldn't
see that potentially being true.
it wouldn't be the last time, because that's basically the same thing as Sonic Colors did, just in a less intrusive way. And hell, Sonic Generations makes you do missions before you can fight a boss.
It's true.
But yes, the setup for this game is basically that you have one normal mission for each area, then a cutscene that looks like you're going to go to the next area, and then, no, you actually have to do like 3 or 4 other more specific situational objectives.
Yeah.
And yes, Lauren, I do agree that like if it had just been get to the end, it's fine. A lot of these missions feel like that anyway. There are only 3 other missions you have to do in Sand Oasis, and one of them is just get to the end without dying.
Okay,
Sure.
I mean, so the thing is, these missions reuse geometry from the main stage, which once
Right.
again supports the idea that originally it was just the get to the end missions.
Sometimes.
So you're just retracing your steps anyway, regardless. If it, yeah, the not dying ones, like okay, whatever. Those ones are fine. I'm talking about the stupid, like don't break the jar ones.
Yes.
Or race the thing. You know, dumb stuff like that, or kill all the enemies. Those.
Well, and let's be very clear that certainly a lot of this would be lessened as a problem if the game just made it explicitly clear which missions are mandatory and which aren't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or why have
Yeah.
non-mandatory missions in the first place is my biggest question.
Well, it's fine to
I
have
mean, optional
extras.
content. Yeah.
I want
Well,
optional
Helps
co-
you
sure.
level up.
I get. I don't know. I feel like just the idea of there being non-mandatory missions. I guess yeah. If they just said the mandatory
'cause-
missions, that would
'cause-
fix the biggest problem.
Because that's a big problem.
Yeah.
Lauren is talking about like, oh, the kill the enemies missions or the race Yoo-hoo mission. Actually,
Ooh,
no, that one
yeah.
is mandatory. But the point
Those are
is,
mandatory though.
there's a bunch of stuff that you can do. But it's like there's only 3 missions here you have to do, which is Die Hard Challenge, break 5 jars, and don't break the jars. Which what the
Right.
fuck is your point if you break jars sometimes but not other times? And I do want to
They're very
note
important
also.
jars.
Sorry.
Very important jars, yeah.
Oh yeah. And I do want to note also that like yes, they reuse geometry sometimes. They also have specific areas made specifically for other missions.
Okay, yeah, sometimes, but not a majority of the time.
They're almost always like closed loop circuits of some sort.
Yeah.
And yeah, they do feel very fillerish because it's like, who the fuck cares about these jars? We're supposed to be saving things.
When most of the time these missions don't have dialogue, but sometimes there's like a line or two, and I'm just like, is there story context here?
Usually there's not much, but yeah. They do sometimes also have cutscenes after them because after this point, we're still not going to Dino Jungle yet. We've just let them take the guy. But in here, Sonic will save Tails, except Tails is Alibaba because reasons. It means basically nothing.
Yeah, they don't.
Notably,
yeah.
they're in distress and have to be saved by Sonic, so another
Oh.
Tails loss.
Damn, yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's like I'm like, what else can I say about Tails? No, there's nothing. He's just here. He's not.
I don't
Yep.
know. I don't know the story of Alibaba, so I don't know why they would have made. But
I don't think there's a specific reason. As far as I remember the story of Alibaba, which is very loosely, there's not really a connection there.
Yeah. What else? Throughout all this is this game's upgrade system. That's
Okay, so
I don't mind it.
I don't really mind it that much.
I largely like it because player customization options are just
Yeah.
good.
It's a
In
neat
games.
idea.
However, some of the upgrades fall into a stupid category of why wasn't this just the base moveset?
yeah.
Fair.
I hate those. I don't like
No,
the
that's
better
fair.
break I mentioned earlier.
Mm.
Why not just have that? Why'd you make a worse break just so you could make a better break later? That's
That's
dumb.
fair.
One
That
of them
is
is
like
literally
you-
just like more responsive turning, and it's like, shouldn't he just be
Yeah.
as responsive as possible by default?
Yeah, in a perfect world.
But there are some upgrades I really like. I like start off with a few rings after you die. That's cool. Or
That's
you
neat,
can
yeah.
adjust your run speed if you want to go faster, or you can turn it off if you want to take a little bit of a slower pace.
There's
And
the
yeah,
turbo start.
oh yeah, the
Yes,
turbo start.
turbo
That's
start.
really cool. I'm gonna play a little Mario Kart here. And yeah, it's you and you have to make choices too because you can't just upgrade
Sure.
them all. So you have to strategize a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a fun system overall. If those just better upgrades were not included.
So, like we said, you only have to do 4 missions here to start out. You can do a lot more, and that means
Which I
that
did.
if you stay here, you can get your first world ring here. So what do you guys do?
I got the world ring.
I got the world ring.
Okay.
I followed the speedrun guide, so I got it later.
I
Okay.
initially followed the first guide you posted, so I got the world ring at this point.
All right. Should we cover the boss now or later? This is a weird point of disconnect. This is what I
I
fucking
mean, we
hate
all
about
did
this
the
game.
boss. There's no reason why we can't cover it here.
It makes more sense to cover all of an area at once, I think.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
All right. Well, yes, this game only has like 5 bosses anyway. So when you do most of the possible missions here, it opens up the Sand Scorpion fight, which not much of a scorpion given that it has 2 eye stalks instead of a tail and 3 giant bulging eyes, but
It's a weird Goma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
I'm
Remember
sure
when I
that this
was-
can probably cause headaches for a lot of people, but for me, I waited until an eye was close to the ground, I homing attacked it, and then I just got it in a few seconds. I got a gold rank on this mission, which has never happened.
I think I had to restart the fight for some reason. I don't remember why, but once you figure out the fight, it's really not that hard.
It's like 4
Yeah, I did
hits
it
and
a
you can get
lot.
them All cross.
Yeah.
I beat it a lot faster than I remember being able to as a kid. Like I attacked the big eyeball a couple of times, and the next thing I know, the boss is like exploding. I'm like, it's over
Yeah.
already? What happened? I didn't get a gold because it did take me a hot minute to like remember how
Oh
to
yeah, I'm
play
pretty
it,
sure. I'm
but
pretty sure I got a bronze.
yeah, I think if I did it again, I could probably get a gold.
Yeah, I think I could probably get a silver.
Yeah, I think this boss won't give most people that much trouble.
Yeah.
As far as Sonic bosses go, it's one of the better ones. But I will say that this boss falls prey to the whole unclear homing attack thing. Whenever you
Yes,
get
it
close to the
does.
boss, it will always flash the reticles as if like, oh, maybe
Mhm.
you'll be able to hit it, but a lot of the time you can't. So it's just faking you out. You have to wait, and visually you can tell when it's vulnerable, but you have to ignore the reticles. They will not help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, inside the boss is the first world ring. Only Sonic can touch it for some reason.
He's the chosen one.
I guess. They also say that controlling the rings will sacrifice your life, according to the prophecy. That's a bum deal. What's the point?
That is a really shit deal.
I think it's probably something to do with the fact that, like, oh, they're very powerful artifacts, so you don't want people using them except if they're willing to give up their life. I guess it's a counter to people
Well,
just
I'd agree with
using it.
that, but based off what Shara was saying earlier, we didn't. She seems to think that they don't even exist.
I think she was lying to Eraser.
I guess so, because she doesn't seem that surprised when Sonic just finds one. Well, he doesn't just find one here, to be fair, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But, so, we've done basically all of the missions that we need to for now, which means that we are actually heading to the next place. It's Dino Jungle, and a bunch of Triceratops are pissed at us for some reason.
Why are there dinosaurs? I don't know.
Yeah,
Cool, I guess.
This seems really out of place with the Arabian Nights aesthetic.
Don't you know anything about Arabic myth? Don't you remember when what's-his-face and I can't even
When
make
the
this
blue-
joke, because I don't know shit about Arabic myth.
Don't you remember that Arabian myth where the blue rat runs away from Triceratopses?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's a famous one.
Yeah, it's my favorite one of the Arabian Nights.
Anyway, yeah, that's the start of this level. I like that
Yeah.
even Shara literally has no idea why they're stampeding after Sonic. Running through rocks and like giant cacti, that can't feel good for big dinosaurs to run through.
I mean, Triceratopses do have,
I guess they got thick skin.
yeah, they got a thick face.
That's just a weird way of
the
phrasing that.
I couldn't think of a better way to put it, okay?
The music of Dino Jungle is really funky. It's not bad, but it's strange.
I didn't like this. This is the only track so far in this game I didn't like.
I think for me, it's that the chanting vocals repeat so much that it's like, all right, I get it.
I
Oh
get
yeah,
it,
the
bro.
song for
True.
Dino Jungles. And
Yeah.
Dinos all over the jungle, the wicked wild. Yeah.
So there is no explanation as to why there's dinosaurs here, because there's no dinosaurs in the tradition of the 1000.
Didn't think so.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, this
I mean,
isn't Earth. This is Sonic World.
Yeah.
The
did we
story
even
maybe
just
that
discover
version.
dinosaurs by that point in history?
Version of wait, what was the question, Devin?
Had we even discovered dinosaurs by that point in history? I actually don't know.
No.
So there's theories that the existence of dragons in mythology comes from early dinosaur fossils being dug up. I don't know how true that is, and also
it's a
I
very
don't believe
viable theory.
I don't think dragons exist in Islamic mythology, but don't quote me on
Oh,
that.
all right, here I go to Google again.
Don't
Yippee!
quote me on that. There might be because the Islamic world did have connections with China. So
Well, while they do that, let's talk about the rest of this stage. It's literally just the first like 15 seconds because
right.
I I love how terrified Jason sounds as he runs toward the bridge and then a log comes down the river rapids and destroys it. He's like, no!
Oh no!
Yeah.
Man, it feels like Kanemaru is not putting in a whole lot of effort because I don't remember him even reacting like that.
All right, there are no dragons.
Okay,
Good to know.
good to know.
I think
There
it might
are
be.
beasts that share characteristics with
Oh
dragons.
yeah, that's true. There are.
So Bruce, I think it might be sort of like that bit with Shadow in Flame Core, where just for whatever reason the English voice acting went overboard for just a random minor
Maybe?
line.
Maybe, yeah.
But anyway, log ride down some river rapids, and it's really funny because Shara says, "Sonic, can't you swim?" And it's like, bitch, look at this river. Even if he could swim, he'd fucking die.
True.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so this level has some more timing based homing attack objects. It has rotating spike springs. Oh joy.
Mhm.
And I hate the flower gin in this level because, for one thing, they take 3 hits to kill to begin with, but they also
Yeah.
can just like floof up their leaves and just be invincible.
Those were really annoying.
Yeah, yeah. Enemies that just stall you out are worthless. I hate them.
Yeah.
It is, it is another big, nice looking area. You've got lots of greenery, giant lily pads, and again, cacti everywhere.
Yeah.
The T-Rex is famous. He's coming back in Crossworlds later this year.
Yay.
You've also got in this level, like these winch catapult things. For some reason, constantly screwed up for me on my controller, so you're gonna see me struggling with those through this whole playthrough in the video.
Yeah, with a Wii're remote, they were mostly fine.
You want to know my cursed way to like use the catapults in this
Oh,
game?
God.
What did you do?
So I don't hold the Wii remote sideways, like horizontally. I hold it vertically and hold it back and then flick it forward, and it works every single time.
Oh, the Wii tennis
Wow.
approach.
Yeah, it works every time.
I would,
Scientifically proven.
as a kid, I would frequently throw the bowling ball overhand in Wii Sports.
What?
It worked a lot of the time.
That's wild.
I want to see this.
Yeah, I gotta see that at some point.
All right, well, it was like a
Oh.
decade ago, and also I don't have a Wii anymore, so.
Well, guess what I have?
A Wii U.
I have a Wii, a Wii U, and Wii Sports, and potentially 2 working Wii remotes.
I can bring working Wii remotes.
Anyway, so the first act of Dino Jungle is fun enough, I would say.
Yeah, I
it's
think
fine.
it's mostly
Yeah.
pretty good.
So after that, Sonic saves Shariar from the pterodactyl. I guess Razor just left. He's just not here.
He's got other things to do.
Sonic is super rude though. Like he fakes out the king and like barely catches them by the edge of their cape.
Yeah, he's an ass.
It's really weird, right? Because it's like, if this isn't Dr. Eggman, should Sonic be treating him like this? On the other hand, he is a king, and if Kayla is to be believed, one that murders his wives a lot. But is that canon to this game? I don't know.
I don't know, but I kind of doubt that would be in a Sonic game.
Well,
Yeah.
no.
I mean-
No, they're not gonna.
This is the kid-friendly version of Arabian Nights.
Anyway, but yeah. So apparently he was being taken to a big evil castle. That means the level is next, right? No. We
No.
we already know that. Nope, you just have to do more missions.
Gotta run around in a jungle real quick.
Fun
Partic-
fact: genies hatch from eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
My particular problem with these missions is I hate how much log writing there is.
Ooh, yeah, the log writing is kind of annoying.
It's not terrible. I mean, not really a big deal.
It's weird
Honestly,
for me.
it's often less annoying than having to deal with.
I think so.
Other
What it
things.
is that it's really slow for one thing, and for another thing, sometimes you can run into obstacles like the rocks, and it'll just like take damage. Other times, if you touch like a spike ball, just die instantly.
It's specifically the spike balls. Nothing else insta kills you, but they do.
It's also that you don't have a good way of telling where they're at in their cycle before you get on the thing, which means that like if you want to go for the fire souls that are on there, you have to hit it at a specific point, but you don't know exactly when that is.
Why are you going for fire souls?
Because I see
why do you
them. It's like a
care?
little piece of candy on the ground. I want to pick it up.
They help you level up faster, according
Wait,
to
they
my
do?
chat.
I mean,
Yes.
Wow, I
According
didn't
to
even
my
know that.
chat, they do.
fascinating.
Huh.
Well,
I didn't know
okay.
that.
Yeah, according to your chat,
Listen,
Twitch chat is not the most reliable source.
They're the revival of the written tradition. How dare you? Anyway, yeah, don't fucking bother with the fire souls in this game. They're
Yeah.
They're notable in that they're the progenitor of the modern red rings, but that's it.
I've been lied to.
What,
Damn.
they don't
You
actually do
double
it.
check.
Well,
do
actually,
fuck
no. Hold
all.
on. Obtaining Fire Souls nets the player 500 experience points for each one upon a level.
Okay.
Yeah,
Collecting
so
these
that's
unlocks
not wrong.
games. This is for the multiplayer, so it unlocks mini games, characters, and other features in the party mode. But yes, you can. They are useful to collect to level up, and
Which means that I'll have to download a 100% save file when we do the multiplayer of this game, or whoever has it
Oh,
on their
yeah.
Wii will have to 100% it.
that
Kayla, no.
I've done it before. I'll do it
I
again.
don't care if you've
I'll
done
have to
it
do
before.
it someday.
Oh my
You
god,
guys
people.
are crazy.
You're all
I like
fucking
this game.
psychotic.
Yeah.
Oh, here's something. I hate kill this many enemies missions where it's really easy to run past the enemies.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, like I said, the walk of shame.
Yes.
When you miss an objective, it never feels good.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that these are called rampage missions is like what got into Sonic.
Sonic's just pissed.
He's angry.
I
It's
have
like
a compulsion to
Kirby and the
kill.
American box art.
Oh yeah,
What?
it's American box art Sonic.
There's also a don't kill any enemies mission where the level design deliberately puts them in a path where you'll destroy them without trying.
I want a picture. You know the live versus kill meme where the guy's like holding a bottle of water and then it's like a can of Monster.
Yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
don't destroy any
Yeah.
enemies versus the rampage missions.
I think I can make that.
Please do.
Live.
So yeah. And as Lauren foreshadowed, yeah, there's an egg breaking mission in here, and that's for some reason the one that progresses the story. And this is another reason that the progression in this game is a complete mess, because right after that, there's also an egg collecting mission that does jack shit, and you're not gonna know that.
Oh, the egg collecting. Yeah, I tried I think I spent like half an hour on the egg collecting one without realizing I didn't need to do it.
God, that mission sucked.
Classic.
I hated that mission. I didn't finish it. I dipped out and went and did a different mission and then continued the story.
Don't do it. It sucks.
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
You know the Pro ZD video with time for more egg collection?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why'd you sound like Turbo from Wreck-It Ralph?
Because that's the voice
That's
that he
the
does in that
voice.
video.
That is the voice
my
he
God.
does.
Yep, gotta do all the missions to get the true ending. Thankfully not, actually.
God, that would be terrible.
The regular ending requirements are bad enough.
Yeah.
But yes, so you get a world ring right after, so maybe it was inside one of the eggs.
I don't know,
Sure.
'cause it sure looks like Sonic just finds it on the fucking ground.
I
Yeah.
mean, maybe he threw the egg to the ground.
Sonic picks it up and just wham right on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, he is unusually violent in this game. I mean,
He
after
is
you,
strangely aggressive and violent in this game.
I didn't mention it, but after you beat the Scorpion boss, he's like, "Sorry, you were in my way."
Yeah.
I don't know, baby. It's just like that's the Sonic I grew up with. So I was like, that's
You like
very
asshole Sonic, to be fair.
Kinda. It's got to
Well,
be
it's
a good
just-
blend between asshole
Sure.
but still heart of gold Sonic. Like he
Yeah,
can't be
you
too
want-
much of a dickhead to his friends.
Yeah, you want prick Sonic that'll still go help Grandma cross the street, but might kick her across the streets.
No, he
Well,
won't kick her across
The
the street.
kicking
No,
is
probably
Fleetway
not.
Sonic.
Yeah,
That's
kicking
Fleetway
is
Sonic,
Fleetway
yeah.
Sonic. Yeah.
That's Fleetway
No,
Sonic.
Fleetway Sonic will walk her to the middle of the crosswalk and then
And-
ditch her there. Well, as an
God.
isekai truck is coming along.
As
Good
Truck
God.
Kun is coming.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, now we go to Evil Foundry, the evil castle from before. We're only here for one mission.
Yeah, it's really
Okay, you
weird.
get to get the
It's a little
best of it,
jarring.
and then you get to dip for now. Unfortunately,
suppose.
You come back later.
It's a perfectly okay third level. I mean, lots of dangerous
it's fine.
spikes, big robot spirits, molten metal everywhere, hot machinery to burn yourself on,
Mhm.
fan blades that are literal swords for some reason.
That was kind of sick.
It's the evil foundry.
It
I
is the
guess.
evil
You
foundry.
create evil here.
I work at a
This is
regular
where evil is
factory,
created.
and that place feels evil enough on its own. So I guess you have to make it out of dangerous materials to make it evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this stage. The aesthetic also, it's kind of interesting because like Sonic stages often take place in factories, but they're not like
Sure.
this sort
They're
of
not evil
um,
factories.
Well, no, I'm saying normally they're high tech.
yeah.
This
Right.
is like steampunk or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's steampunk, but it's also designed like a palace as well.
Yes.
It's sort of like
True.
a castle that they retrofitted into a factory.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
But it's a good theme. It's a pretty cool place. Place.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Who's gonna rep
Yeah.
the place?
Place.
It's a good theme. It's silly, the words, but I mean, I never care about the words. I just like the vibe.
It's a pop.
It's
It
just-
is, yeah.
It's very funny to hear that repeated so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
also, I have to point out that this level also has like visual heat waves, which looks really cool.
Yeah, get
Yeah, it
those
does, you're
7th
right.
gen console effects. You could definitely do that in earlier generations. That's it. That's on the fucking Super Nintendo. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
but-
mode 7, baby.
Yeah. So, fun level. I feel like I take a lot of damage, but it's okay when I'm not just constantly being shot.
Admittedly, I feel that case with just about every level in this game.
Yeah. So, we get to the center, and Eraser is here, and he's like, hello, I'm gonna summon a fire djinn called Ifrit, which is not the same as a different Ifrit in this series. And it's also funny.
Okay.
It's also funny because during his summoning ritual, he says, "Ye condemned by Iblis," but that's not
Yep.
that's not Iblis, the fire monster from 06.
No.
That's Iblis, the figure
The
in
devil.
Islamic myth.
Yeah, Iblis
You're
is effectively
wrong.
the devil
I'm
in
sorry.
Islam, but I like to believe that it's Iblis from Sonic 06 because that's really
It has
funny.
to be because characters are replaced with Sonic characters, right? So Iblis the demon was
my
replaced
God.
with Iblis from Sonic 06.
You
But
know what?
Sonic thing.
Headcanon now.
But if this is coming from Sonic's head, he doesn't remember Iblis from Sonic 06.
I like to
maybe
believe
some
it's
part of
still
his
up there.
subconscious is, yeah, it was yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we're
I
not.
mean, Solaris
Just
is
said what
still a
I was
thing.
gonna basically say. It's just like there's some
It's
part
still
of
up there,
Sonic's
baby.
subconscious that still remembers.
Yeah,
we're-
I
That's
assume
actually
that there's
funnier,
gotta
yeah.
be.
Do you think he remembers being stabbed by Mephiles?
You think he remembers being kissed? Well, no, he was dead.
Maybe Islam is just true in the Sonic universe. That could be the case as well.
That's also potentially possible.
Yeah.
We pulled all of the religions and found that this one was the one that was correct.
You know, I have an additional possibility, which is this
Please
also
tell.
could be before Sonic 06 erased itself. So this is
Oh,
actually a different timeline. So think about that when we want to put together our Sonic timeline.
I think you
Oh,
should get hit by a
God.
car in real life.
Jesus.
Have real life truck coon come after you.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
so the Ifrit it looks like a big robot.
Yeah.
How is
Very
this
similar
a
to
Actually,
the,
fighting?
environment.
To another golem that we know in Adventure 2.
Yeah.
Oh
a
yeah, it
little
is
bit.
similar.
Yeah, kind of.
I was thinking it looks
Um,
like the Nintendo hand boss, but
I assumed that the demon found a big robot body and was like, thanks, that's a great home.
There,
And it
I
just
mean,
chilled in
possible.
there.
with where they are, that would make sense. Also,
so this is a boss fight, right? No.
you
Not
think
yet.
so?
I mean, it
Not yet.
is, but not right now. No, for
Yeah.
some reason, we now have to take a detour that lasts like an entire third of the game before we fight this thing.
Well, because it's too
Sonic's
strong.
not strong enough.
I
Too
know.
strong for Sonic.
Sonic's not ready to fight a literal demon yet, even though he's done that before.
So he's taken
just
on
strange,
Eldritch
this is all I'm
beams
saying.
before.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but
He's
Shara
unconfident.
unlocks the soul gauge here, and now we can do speed break and time break. So Sonic uses the ladder to escape.
I needed Kayla to actually explain to me how to do it because I didn't bother doing the tutorial for it.
Well, and in gameplay, their versatility is limited. Let's say.
I mean, speed break could be useful.
Speed break is more useful than time break, and
Time break sucks.
Yeah, time break
Well-
just slows you down.
Yeah, it
So
slows
okay,
It
Everything.
slows
everything.
everything down. So it's
Yeah, it
like
slows
it'd
everything.
be
It
great
seems
if
so
it didn't slow
pointless.
Sonic down.
True. If it didn't slow Sonic, I could see it being useful.
Yeah, that's an interesting alternative design direction.
Yeah, no, that would
Isn't
potentially
there
make
an
more
upgrade
sense.
that makes it slow Sonic less than everything else?
I mean,
I don't
maybe.
I think there
Think
might be,
so?
but I don't
know.
have it yet, so I don't remember how that works. If
Yeah,
so.
I don't think
Anyway,
anybody would have it by now.
Speed break is very abusable, though. I
You can
like
see
it a
how it's
lot.
abused. Well,
I feel
I
like I just
glitched it
run
a
into shit when I
couple
use it.
times. I used it to get over Kayla, There was a couple points in the
Oh.
next zone that I used it to just like glitch over things.
You didn't
And
glitch
just
over
Great.
things. You like glitched through a gate to
Right,
get
I
into
glitched
the
through
next
a gate.
area. It was fascinating to watch. I was like, I did not know you could do that.
Yeah, so
Alright,
now
well-
I'm just trying speed break everywhere.
We'll slow our roll and talk about those bridges when we get to them. I didn't quite say that right, but anyway, so yeah, we escape Evil Foundry, and now we just go back to Sand Oasis, race a blue ball of light for exactly
Right.
one mission, and then do a
Fuck that
Weird.
thing.
Fuck the race in Dino Jungle that I don't think was actually necessary.
It is
It's
not.
not necessary.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
did it
but it's
anyway.
the reason why I hate the fucking
Yeah,
what is it
fuck
called?
that one.
Uhu?
Uhu, yeah.
It's
The one in
crazy
Sand-
how it's crazy how difficult Yoo-Hoo is in Dino Jungle, whereas he's not that hard in Sand Oasis.
It was piss easy in Sand Oasis. It just felt like playing Sand Oasis again, which was fun.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Taily Baba says that his buddy Sinbad
Taily
can
Baba.
help defeat the Ifrit, but unfortunately, he got kidnapped by a giant flying fossil called the Roof, spelled Rukh, while he was battling some pirates.
Yeah, I just gotta throw in all the random cool stuff.
Makes sense. And
I mean, Alibaba is a sailor, so fighting pirates makes sense.
You know, I saw the DreamWorks animated Sinbad movie as a kid. I honestly don't remember shit about
Sinbad,
it.
not Alibaba. Oops.
That
I
movie's
think
a masterpiece, though.
I think I've only
I
ever
think
seen
in
it
my head,
once.
all my memories of Sinbad got replaced by the Road to El Dorado.
I think
Interesting.
I really don't
Fascinating.
remember anything about
roughly
it.
around the same time, yeah.
But yeah, they're roughly around the same time.
Well, and they're
God.
both good DreamWorks animated adventure movies, so I don't know.
Yeah.
All I remember from the Sinbad movie itself was Iris? Iris? I don't remember. The goddess of chaos just kept messing with Sinbad the entire time.
But I don't
That's
know if
more
I've
than I
ever seen
remember.
this movie.
Anyway,
I've seen neither of these movies. I cannot comment.
none of this matters. We have to go to the next area. It is Levitated Ruin, which I called Elevated Ruin because that makes more sense, but
Yeah, it
giant
does.
flying bird fossils with a ancient dilapidated city on the backs set a mile in the sky in evening light. Hell yeah.
It's so cool.
Looks awesome.
It looks cool.
I never realized that they were like living creatures until I realized it when I was a kid, and I think I like forgot until playing through it again, and then I saw one
Oh.
of their eyeballs, so I was like, oh,
I didn't
Yeah.
even notice that. Okay, interesting.
It's also the only track in the game with no vocals in it. I think just because they wanted the atmosphere to speak for itself.
That's fair, yeah.
I think the only thing that's annoying is the gusts of winds that will like
Oh,
make
The wind
Sonic
is
run
very
in place.
annoying.
oh, that was the thing I was gonna say next. Is too bad this is where my patience for the game ran out.
My
I-
patience had started building up again, and then I got to this.
I was fine just because I've played this game when I was a kid. It was actually like I think
I
technically my
played this
first
game when I
Sonic
was a
game.
kid too, but this got to me because I hate the wind for one thing. This it's not this first mission, but many missions in this game have parts where you're locked in a room fighting enemies like in other Sonic games, except you have to deal with secret rings controls. There is in this first stage a lot of long uninterrupted stretches of just running forward. It has the worst thing for me is climbing the towers in these 2D sections that aren't 2D, where you still have to jump and break the same way with less
yeah.
visibility.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was
I
annoying.
I will talk about that, but there is a particular mission that I really want to talk about that in, and it's not this first mission, so I
Yeah.
will not comment on that section for now.
Yeah.
Fair,
Well, what do we
yeah.
have to say about the first one? There's a lot of wind. You have to chase a gargoyle around. While he shoots like missiles at you, magic missiles.
Magic
Um,
missile.
The spirits that spin in the wind look really funny. I laugh when I see them. They're having as bad a time as me, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Honestly, the wind is really the only thing that annoys me about this. When I'm not dealing with that, it's just
Yeah.
mode stage otherwise.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say the wind's
yeah.
the only thing that really
Yeah,
bothers me. Everything
yeah.
else,
When
I'm like,
you
this is
ignore the
fine.
wind, it's pretty solid.
I think part of it is I think I turned the Pearl Collector skill off at some point, or maybe I didn't have it or something. But it meant that I didn't have a lot of soul gauge charge, so the long uninterrupted running sections, I think they do expect you to use speed break on some of those, and I just didn't.
Yes.
I guess so, yeah.
I think I even told Bruce I was like, you can use speed break
I
on here.
believe you did. There were a couple points where you specifically said to use speed break.
It doesn't actually do anything, it just makes the part faster.
Yeah, it just makes it go a little faster.
So, yeah, you get to the end of the first mission, and Sinbad is Knuckles.
Yeah, I was trying to think I was trying to think who could it be before I saw him. I'm like, it's got to be Knuckles.
That one
Yeah,
makes
you-
some amount of sense, I would say.
Yeah.
You asked me and I was just like,
Well, I asked you something else a few days before that you for some reason spoiled, but I'm not going to bring that up.
Anyway,
I didn't spoil it.
So this is
Yes, you did.
actually a rare Knuckles piece of good treatment in the series in this era, because Sinbad is actually renowned for their wisdom, and
Yes.
Sonic is like, what? It's just Knuckles. Wow. The game never portrays Sinbad as being stupid, so it's just
True.
Sonic being a jerk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Knuckles
Well-
wisdom?
I mean, he got locked in a cage by some pirates, but that's not really an unwise thing. That's
Yeah,
he
that's
got
not
overpowered.
really his
No, he
fault.
just got overwhelmed.
Knuckles is allowed to lose. That's not him being treated badly. Yeah. So he says he'll help with the Ifrit if we get him out. So we have a whole big mission to open the cage. And Lauren, I assume this is the one you're talking about because I think it's fucking bullshit.
Yes, this
Ooh, yeah,
stage
this
is
one is.
terrible. I hate it.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
mostly I hate it specifically for the second tower, because it's basically
I think that was the one I
the
struggled with
stupid
also.
ropes that I
Yeah,
can't
oh yes.
operate correctly. And like, yeah, aiming is just terrible. And the homing attack doesn't work correctly. And you will homing attack, and then the game will be like, oh, you were locking onto that rope on a lower level, right? And then you fall down, you have to go and redo it and go up again. And it's, yeah, if you fall here, you'll just have to redo a whole bunch of stuff. It's really terrible. Yeah, I cannot operate these stupid ropes to save my
Sonic's
life.
momentum, his physics in this game are super weird. It'll feel like there's something pushing him forward when he's falling a lot of the time.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
I think the second tower is really the only thing that gave me a hard time, but
Yeah, I think once I got past the second tower, it was mostly fun.
Third tower is a bit annoying, but not nearly as bad.
I don't like any of them because I don't like the feel of those 2D, not 2D sections.
I mean, that's fair.
I think that if they made it like, okay, I was about to say if they made it like the sidling sections, but I don't want it to be like that. I just want to have more control over my character.
Sure.
I also want it to not matter where he is on a 3D plane when it's in 2D, because you will walk past stuff or hit stuff in a weird way if you tilt the remote too much while you're on these.
okay, I wanted to say that, but I was like, I'm not 100% sure if that actually happens or not.
Yeah.
Like, if you can tilt Sonic side to side, and he can miss a spring because he's
Yeah,
over to the left too much or something.
that happened to me a few times while you were watching me play.
And also just don't design levels in a way where you can fall down and have to climb back up and repeat stuff a whole bunch. I hate that in games.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
that's
it's
really
terrible.
annoying.
Getting over it with Bennett Foddy ass design. Anyway.
That game must have been inspired by this.
So Sin Buckles says that he has had the Cyan World Ring, and that can create water to douse the Ifrit.
Neat.
I
also-
love how sarcastic Sonic is in this cutscene.
Yeah, why don't you just dump water on him? Oh, that's real good. Yeah, you fucking idiot.
It's just, oh, wow, the wisdom of Sinbad.
Yeah. Also, Taily Baba is here with us, even though he clearly didn't tag along the first time. I don't know why he just appears.
He's magic.
I was gonna say, you got a genie with you. Anything is possible.
True, actually.
Actually, having the other friends comment on stuff Sonic does in the levels like Shura does, that would have been a nice way to characterize him and make him feel like more of an actual part of the story.
That would be cool.
It would have been at the expense of hearing less of Shara, though. And I actually think that the banter between them and Sonic is pretty charming.
I enjoy the banter between Shara and Sonic. I enjoy Shara. She reminds me a lot of Shantae, and I'm a big fan of the Shantae series.
Shara is she's kind of the good world version of what we could have had with Elise.
Yeah, in a way.
Basically.
Partially just because she has more of a fucking backbone.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
personality, a cardboard.
There's a mission in here where you just have to defeat one guy.
God, that mission's so stupid.
I really like that mission.
It was funny.
because It's not super long.
Nah.
And I should say, it doesn't take you very long to beat. It's ridiculously short if you get it on the first try. It'll probably
Right.
take you a few tries the first time you do it. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
just funny.
It's a really funny mission.
It's
I
it's
loaded
just a
in.
big rope swing, basically.
Yeah, I loaded in, saw what it was, and I immediately laughed for like 30 seconds.
I think I had to like coach you through doing this one.
Not really. I think you determined what the proper height was, and from there
Yeah.
I got it I got it.
So, what else is there in here? There's another don't get killed mission. I don't even remember if that one's that big a deal.
I started kind of not paying attention to the missions at this point.
I know one mission is necessary. I don't think it was the defeat the single enemy one. I think
No,
it
it's
was...
not the defeat single. I think it's
That is necessary. It's just not the last.
It is
one.
necessary. Yeah, no, the
Okay.
last one. Oh God, what was it? Because I remember
The
Kayla had
last,
to go
the
back.
last
and
one
do
in
it.
here is to defeat 20 enemies, and that's the one where you
Right.
have to fight gargoyles and they can turn you to stone.
Yeah. Oh God, that was a pain in the ass.
You have to shake the remote a lot to break out of that.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't die to any of them because I was really expecting to.
Yeah, you did.
I don't think I died to any of the gargoyles.
No, you did.
Did I? Okay, I mean, fair enough. Again, I kind of stopped paying attention to the missions at this point of the game.
Anywho,
Yeah.
Lauren, you got anything for this, or can I?
No, I don't remember most of the missions. They're mostly forgettable.
So yeah, we fight some gargoyles or whatever, and then the next world ring just kind of shows up. I don't
Yeah,
think anything
it's another
specific happens with it.
Yeah, it's another one where Sonic just kind of finds it just sitting in the dirt.
I want to note here, though, that Sonic says, having all 7, it might even open the gates of hell!
Yeah.
Why the fuck why did you say that, Sonic? What are you talking about?
Because they might open the gates of hell.
I mean, why use the word hell? You could just say the underworld.
Might open the gates of heck.
It's
Yeah,
it's
just say
not the
heck.
sort of thing I expect Sonic to say. It's just really weird.
Not really.
It is weird.
mean-
It was a little jarring to hear as a child. I was like, oh, Sonic swearing, what? I didn't know about Shadow the Hedgehog at the time.
Ah,
I mean, like he went to a factory that makes evil where they summon demons and put them in robots. So like, it's not that far off. But you're skipping
guess
over
so.
the epic foreshadowing that happens right before that, where he says, "Wow, it's such a whirlpool of emotions holding one of these rings. What would it be like if you held all 7 of them?"
It would be a veritable ocean vortex of emotion.
I was gonna say it's just me on one of those days.
Ah,
Just one of those
Yeah.
days.
anywho, so that's it for Levitated Ruin. So we're off to get Sin Buckles' ring, and that means that we're actually finishing the episode here with the very first stage of Pirate Storm. Oh god.
What? I like Pirate
It's okay.
Storm.
It's okay.
Okay, so once again, looks awesome. This rocky cape covered in storms, shipwrecks all around. There's a cove later on with like neon coral everywhere. The platforming gets to me here. There's a couple parts where you have to do precise jumps, and it just doesn't feel good.
Oh yeah, I'd like to point out these are the wrong kind of pirate ships. These are like 1700s European ships.
Okay.
Listen,
It's like this is like golden age of piracy.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because they should look more similar to what you'd
Yeah.
what you'd see in the actual Arabian Night book.
Yes,
which
something
I
like
think tend to be longer.
yeah, it's gonna be
rowboats,
similar.
right? With sails.
They're yeah, kind of. You'd be seeing more like Middle Eastern, Indian, and probably some even Chinese ships.
yeah.
And there were plenty of pirates of all those nationalities.
I don't know. Not even this first stage is that big a problem, but just Pirate Storm in general, it feels like some of its missions gave me the most trouble. Not the absolute most, probably, but I don't know. It frustrated me.
I mean, we've only done the one stage so far, so I haven't played any more of it.
It was way better than Levitated Ruin, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd much rather be playing Pirate Storm and Levitated.
I think, yeah, probably.
It's a mix. And there is some good stuff. Yeah, I like the part where you ride a missile, even though that doesn't really make any sense, because why would they have missiles?
Yeah, he's on a bullet bill.
Yeah.
Don't think about it. But once
No.
again, you get a good interaction here when Char's like, "What are you doing, Sonic?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna ride this around." Ha ha ha. It's just like, wow, you're so reckless.
Yeah. I like that you get to go on the non-destroyed pirate ships, but moving around the incredibly wide decks with the controls is like you have to kind of herky jerk back and forth to move sideways. And it's like, couldn't you just let me walk left and right?
Yeah, it is a little
Yeah.
awkward, but it's not a big deal because you're just like fighting enemies on there.
I would prefer Sonic 06's controls if I'm brutally honest.
Damn.
You're
Eh,
wrong.
eh,
Well,
I can see why Devin would prefer Sonic 06's controls, but
I
See-
get it. It would definitely make playing the game a lot easier if you actually
in
had
some way.
full control over Sonic and his movements instead
In
of
some
him just like
yeah.
constantly moving forward and then being finicky as fuck when you need to move him backwards. But
they just don't work. They just don't do what I want them to. I feel like maybe it's partially me. You can say that
Yeah,
this
you're
is
not
a skill issue
playing
if
with
you
the
want.
Wii remote or something equivalent to
I
it.
don't-
That's
so
fair.
like your opinion
Okay.
doesn't matter.
Okay, but
you're allowed
I
to have
make
an
that
opinion, but
exception.
it's gonna be the wrong
just-
opinion.
we just
I-
don't give a shit what your opinion is.
I am willing to make the concession that my controller is responsible for some problems, like the winch catapult. There's nothing about the button that I use for the charge jump that makes it now, and there's nothing about me
Nah, the
not
two buttons
liking
better.
how the air dash feels that changes whether I'm pressing the X button or thrusting.
The two buttons better.
Yeah, you do have to use that button when you're braking if you want a better time.
Well, and I know I can't but sorry. I don't know. And part of this is that I get so frustrated, because I love everything about this game except the gameplay.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
the
fair.
biggest fan of the control setup either, but like I think I can kind of look past that at a certain point.
And here's the other thing is also that I played Black Knight before this game. And Black Knight has basically the exact same engine and physics as this game, but you use a stick and buttons almost entirely for movement at
Oh
least.
shit! That's all. Yeah, wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
Black
feel like
Knight
I missed out
definitely
on
has the
anything.
better control setup.
Yeah. Okay. That makes
uh,
me look forward to Black Knight even more now.
I can't remember. Sonic is still on a rail with that game.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he is.
Yes. Okay.
You know that post that says something like Star Wars would be so good if it were good. That's this game for me.
that's your philosophy for Secret Rings. We're acting like we're done reviewing the game. This is only our
Well, we're done
video.
with part one. I already
Yeah,
I
we're
got through
done
the
with
stuff I
part
was talking
one.
about.
I mean, yeah, I don't have anything else.
I don't think I have anything else to bring up. Nothing
Yeah.
like weird happened to me. The game functioned as it should. It's just, like I said, I was like a zombie playing this essentially.
You were playing it on autopilot, basically.
A little bit. It was like
I
that
wish I could
childhood
be on
muscle
autopilot.
memory came back, and it was just
Sure.
like, here you go. And I'm just like, huh.
Maybe that's what it
blue.
is that I played this game as a kid. I just didn't play enough of it as a kid.
Yeah, I played too much of it because.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because like I had Secret Rings and Black Knight and for a while, but then I got Unleashed not like too long after that. If I
And then
remember
it was all
correctly.
downhill from there.
I
And
don't
then it was
think I
downhill
beat this
from
game
there.
as a kid. I'm pretty sure. So that's.
I mean, I can't blame you
I
for not
Did with a
beating this
lot
game
of
as a kid.
tears.
Ooh.
Yeah, so there's something weird that I've discovered on this podcast actually. About Sonic games in general. And it's probably true of just video games in general, actually. But yeah, so first of all, yes, I've played a lot of Secret Rings when I was younger. I completed every mission. I didn't get all the soul pickups, but I did complete every mission, so I played it quite extensively. And so I got a good handle of it. So now when I'm playing through it, it's just like, yeah, it's no big deal. I got really annoyed with that one Sinbad mission, but otherwise, I really didn't get mad at this game. And I've noticed that when I'm playing any Sonic game for the first time, I'm usually more critical of it if it's not perfect, precise. A Sonic game, if I play it a lot and I get the hang of it, then suddenly it just clicks together because Sonic games are all about like mastery of the stages, right? So you can go fast and just do it well. So like I think any Sonic game, unless it's really poorly put together, there are definitely exceptions to that. I don't think this is one of them though. If you get good at it, it can be a fun time. Like pretty much with any Sonic game that's half competent.
I think that's true, and
yeah.
I think that's also a critique of the style that we've chosen for this, is just that because we've made essentially a schedule for ourselves, it means that you don't really get that chance. I still don't think, because here's the thing, I've still played enough of this game. I've beaten it as an adult before. I don't think I would love it either way, but I don't know. It does make me want to make Lauren put his money where his mouth is and play some of the Sonic games he said he didn't like more, though.
I mean, I probably would enjoy them more. I think that's definitely true. But unless we're gonna do a podcast of like reviewing the same game over and over until you suddenly like it, like it's Stockholm syndrome or something,
Yes. that's
I will
Stockholm
not put in
Syndrome
the
as
time
well.
because I
Yet
already am
another
playing
reason
enough
that the
Sonic
Heroes
games.
episode was our worst.
You know, Heroes. I've thought about Heroes. I own a copy of that game. I've thought about going back to it, actually, legit, because I was really harsh at it. But like, it definitely has some competent design to it, and I think
Sure.
I would enjoy it more if I played it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you do anything, obviously. But what I am going to make you do,
I've played Sonic games at least once as we review them.
what I am going to make you do is go home, because this is where we are cutting
Damn.
things off for tonight. We will do the second half of the game, second half in air quotes. I don't know how you even measure that, but the rest of the game will be next week. So, thank you to all three of my co-hosts for being here. You are lovely folk. And thank you to all of our wonderful subscribers and our viewers for watching. If you like this episode, please feel free to share, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, criticisms, suggestions, or feedback, you can reach us at any of the links in the link tree in the description. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. I hope you all have a great rest of your night. We'll see you next week for your next episode. Have a great night. I already said that. And take care.